Let's take a look at the five-man shuffle cut. See if this is an offense that you can use. The five-man is a great way to get all five of your players out on the perimeter in different positions in this continuity offense. It's going to force the defense to have to guard your guys in different areas of the court. So this is something that can be really powerful if you're trying to draw big out of the center, or if you just have five guys who are very similar in size, very similar in skill and ability. This will allow them to all use the attributes and the skills and the strengths that they have. So let's take a look at this. And again, we're looking at the five-man shuffle cut here. It's important to note that as I write these down, don't get caught up in the numbers as to, my guy's a 1, a 2, a 3. You want to look at this more from the standpoint of who's going to be doing what. And what I mean by that is our 5 is going to be our first screener. So he's up at the top. He's going to be the first one to set any of the screens. Now, they'll all have to screen at some point. But our 1 is going to be our first cutter. So we want to make sure that that player in that position is somebody who's going to cut and have a chance to score. Because a lot of times this can be, if a team isn't good defensively, they're not good at communicating, that first cut can be really powerful. The 2 is going to be our second cutter. All right, and you'll see where everybody's going to have a chance to cut within this offense. Now, our 1 wants to pass the ball over to the 4, and this is going to set everything up. That's going to allow our 3 to seal and pop. And when the 4 gets the ball, it's also the cue for the 5 to get ready to screen. So we're looking for this pass right here. And on this pass, the 1 is going to set his man up, and it's going to come down to that bottom block. As the 3 catches it, they want to turn and look to see if this area is open down here, if this person is open. The 1 can also cut to the low side, so we can set it up high and we can take it down low. Doesn't matter which way they cut, they just have to get over to this other side here. So what we're left with is the 1, 3, 4, our 5 is here. Our 2 is there, and the 3 still has the ball. We didn't get it to the 1. So the 1 might post up for a second or two, decides it's not coming his way. It's going to go ahead and get out of there to the corner. Our 5 has turned and is ready to set a screen for the 2. The 2 has come up and again can come off of this to the high side and get right into the elbow. Depending on how this screen is set, if it happens to be set a little bit more on this angle, it could be a cut down to that low block because we don't have anybody there at the moment. So there's a couple different variations there. Depending on the player, you want them to go to the elbow or do you want them to go to the block? And a lot of that depends on how the screen will be set. The other players on the court now start to get more involved in doing different things. So let's go ahead and we'll put our 2 down on the block, let's say. Our 4 is going to go ahead and is going to make a cut right down to that low block. Our 5 actually is going to pop out. If you want this to be a screening action, you could certainly screen down for the 5. That might be an option if this person is a good shooter, and then go down to the low block as well. Kind of depends on your personnel and what you would like to have them do. But this is going to set up the reversal action. If our 2 doesn't receive the ball down here, they can't go to the corner like the 1 did. So they're going to head back up right here to the elbow. All right. Our 3, just like over here, our 3 has the ball. We didn't get rid of it yet. Our 5 is now popped out. Our 4 is here, and we've got 1 in the corner. So you can see when we put the 2 up on the elbow here, so if they cut to the block, they need to know to come back if they don't receive the ball. If they just cut to the elbow, they'll already be there. On this reversal pass right here, our 4 is going to seal, is going to pop, and we want to reverse it one more time. On that pass from 5 to the 4, that's the cue for the 2 to turn, is going to set a screen for our 3, and then the 2 is going to adjust and is going to set a screen for our 1 coming up to the elbow. 5 is still up at the top. If our 4 doesn't hit either of those cutters, we've got this same action here of our 2 is in the block area, our 5 is going to cut down, our 2 is going to pop right there, Our 3 has made it down to the block and then come out. So our 3 is out here. And we have our 1 at the elbow. This is going to start that action all over again. So our 4 who has the ball is going to reverse it. Our 1 now is our screener, ready to screen here. As soon as that ball is passed to the 5 who is popping out, screen down. We have our first cutter. 1 then turns and is going to screen for the 3. Bring him in. We're coming back. And you can see how the continuity continues over and over, and we use all 5 guys for this. So this is a great offense for you to use if you have 5 players, similar height, similar ability, similar skill, all of that stuff. So, coach, take a look at this. If you want to see the 4-man, that's inside the academy as well, along with some other quick hit plays in the shuffle cut offense that you could use, try to get the most out of your team. Coach, hope this helps you out and hope you win more games in less time. Thanks.